A very good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr. Pranay, third year junior resident at Upgraded Department of Ophthalmology, DMCH, Bihar. And my topic is the efficacy of 0.01% atropine eye drop for deceleration of myopia progression. Introduction. Myopia is the most common cause of correctable visual impairment among adults as well as children in the developing countries like India. Standards of care currently treats only the optical and medical consequences of myopia rather than limiting its progression. There have been various methods in past described for control of progression of myopia. Among these methods, atropine 0.01% has been shown to control myopia progression with minimal side effects. Objective of this study was to assess the efficacy of 0.01% atropine eye drop for deceleration of myopia progression. Materials and method. The study was a drug interventional study, randomized, parallel group, placebo control study conducted at Upgraded Department of Ophthalmology, DMCH, Lahariasaray, Bihar, for a period of 1.5 years in patients with age group of 6 to 16 years. The case group of 60 patients received 0.01% atropine eye drop, 1 drop night dose, and 60 patients in control group was given placebo treatment by 5% methyl cellulose. Out of 120 patients enrolled, 50 patients in case group and 50 patients in control group came for last follow-up visit after 1 year. Primary outcome measures was change in spherical equivalent of refractive error relative to baseline. Results and discussion. In this study, we found that the increase in mean of spherical equivalent of refractive error in case group is 0.14 diopter and 0.51 diopter in control group after 1 year of follow-up. The p-value of absolute change in spherical equivalent of refractive error in both case and control group is less than 0.001. Increase in mean of percentage change in SCR in case group is 5.4% and 21.8% in control group after 1 year. Axial length increases both in case and control group after of 1 year of follow-up. The mean of axial length is 0.03 mm in case group and 0.27 mm in control group. The mean of percent change in axial length is 0.1% in case group and 1.1 in control group. This is the line diagram showing the change in refractive error in both case and control group. As we can see, this 0.14 diopter increase in case group and 0.51 diopter increase in control group. The below is the diagram, bar diagram showing the change in the refractive error after 6 months and 1 year. This is also a graph box chart showing the change in refractive error after 6 months and after 1 year. This is the change in the axial length over time after 6 months and 1 year. The mean change in case group is 0.03 mm and in control group 0.27 mm in control group. This is the below is the bar diagram showing the change in axial length. So another study on this topic was LAMP study was conducted at Hong Kong, which evaluated the efficacy and safety of low concentration atropine eye drop at 0.05, 0.025 and 0.01% compared with placebo over 1 year period. After 1 year, the mean change in spherical equivalent of refraction was 0.27, 0.46, 0.59 and 0.81 in this group and placebo group respectively. Another study is ATOM-1 study, atropine for treatment of myopia study, established the clinical safety and efficacy of atropine 1%. Phase 1 of ATOM-2 established that atropine 0.01% was almost as effective in reducing myopia progression as higher concentration. In phase 1 of ATOM-2 study, after 2 years of treatment, the progression of myopia was 0.38 with atropine 0.01%. So in phase 1 of ATOM-2, the mean increase in axial length was with 0.01% atropine is 0.1. Atropine is a non-specific muscarinic antagonist. It is uncertain how atropine acts to inhibit myopia progression. One theory.
Your time is up. Just wind up.
So conclusion of my study, results of our study supports the use of 0.01% atropine for deceleration of myopia progression. 0.01% atropine eye drop can become one of the best preventive measure in future. These are my references. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very interesting. Dr. Rao, sir, would anybody like to ask any questions?
Yeah. So, Dr. Pranay, I have a question for you. What type of axial length measurement did you use? Was it a contact or a non-contact biometry? What did you use?
Contact A-scan, ma'am.
Used a non-contact A-scan?
Contact, ma'am.
Contact A-scan. Okay. Also, what type of environmental factor data you collected from the patients about what all did you collect?
Ma'am, we collected data like socioeconomic status of the patients, and like we in history we did ask question about the outdoor activity and indoor time spent.
Okay, all right. And what about side effects? What were the side effects in these patients? And did you?
Side effects are minimal. Some patients complain of some glare and photophobia, but no major side effects.
Okay, good.
I have a question. Did you take into account the use of mobiles because of the online classes? This has been done last year, or it was concluded before the lockdown, or before the pandemic?
Concluded before the lockdown.
Okay, before the pandemic. But did you take into consideration the amount of mobile use, laptop or computer use, and the amount of studying near work and outdoor playing and all? Because we are doing a study in which we are considering all the factors which can lead to, especially in this age group, stress-induced myopia. Did you take that?
Yes.
No, you just
Yes,
said
ma'am.
indoors and outdoors. What was taken indoors?
Ma'am, we asked questions about the indoor activity like mobile game, video games, and outdoor activity. Most of them patients are most of the time they use mobile phones.
Was there any difference in the control group and the study group between the near work? No.
What, ma'am?
What Dr. Meenakshi, were there any other mitigating factors? Was there any difference in near work duration between the study group and the control group?
No, ma'am. We don't.
Thank you.
Don't take any.
Well done, Dr.